Okay, so here's the first drive of the EB2 Fairmont Ghia 5-litre V8. Some of the gauges aren't working. The alternator is, because that's been fixed. I've still got to fix up that fuel sender. The oil gauge is working, but that oil pressure seems low, so I need to look at whether the oil pickup or the fuel or the oil pump has got an issue, because that's relatively low oil pressure, I think, for this car. But speedo works, and yeah, it's cool. It's good to be driving it. It's funny getting out of the AU into this EB. And, I mean, they're just all different, aren't they, these cars? But this feels older, because it is older. I mean, it's 32 years old, something like that. But yeah, I mean, the more you drive it, the more you get used to it, and it still needs sorting out. We need to check the trans level. I thought I did check that. I mean, it seems to be shifting okay, but like everything, it's just, you just got to get used to it. The note's good. Listen to this. Well, I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it sounds kind of cool. It's got a nice exhaust note after Brian did that exhaust. If you check out the playlist, you can see the previous episodes where Brian put that exhaust or that different muffler on it. So anyway, let's see how we go. Hopefully we'll get to our destination in one piece and it won't be famous last words. Sounds good. Steers well and brakes well. Temperature gauge is working. It's running fairly cool. I want to check that when we get to the destination, just to make sure that the gauge actually reflects reality. But tacho works. Yeah, it's really cool. I'm enjoying it. Like any new car, when you first get behind the wheel, you're not familiar with it. You still got to get used to it and, you know, get your confidence up in the car. But having quite a few cars, I mean, you go through that experience quite a bit. But yeah, I mean, it's driving well, touch wood, and hopefully it stays that way. I'll be keen just to have a bit of a look at it, as I say, when I get to the destination, just to see that, you know, nothing's leaking, or, you know, it all looks fine. I've also got a heavy load in the trunk, the boot, that I need to get removed, and that'll also make a bit of a difference, I think, as well, because the car's sitting a bit low in the back. But yeah, so far so good. Fingers crossed. This car was a dual fuel 5-litre V8, and so I've had the gas removed. It just runs on dedicated petrol. It hadn't run on petrol for a long time, so the tank was filthy. Had to get the injectors clean, replace the injectors, and clean out the fuel rails and a whole lot of other stuff. So I'm sure, you know, put a new filter on. I'm sure I'll probably have to replace a few filters along the way as well. So far that seems to be doing all right, so let's hope it stays that way. So the little gem got here in one piece without too much drama, so that's good. Really happy with that. Just going to check under the bonnet now and see if there's anything leaking. Okay. You can tell the car feels definitely lighter. There's probably about a good 100 plus kilos of weight in the back, and yeah, I could definitely feel it over the back wheels. And car wasn't leaking anything, so that's good. So yeah, just gonna head back now. I am half expecting that the you know, with the dirty fuel tank, I might get some blockages in the filter, so it may start running rough at some stage. So we'll just see how we go. I guess just keep replacing the filters and putting cleaner fuel through it, and hopefully that'll fix any issue. It definitely sounds good. That exhaust, you can hear it's a V8, but it's not too intrusive in terms of, like, there's no drone or anything like that. Yeah, it sounds cool. Headlining needs doing, as you can see in the video here. I love those rear headrests, those see-through leather headrests. I want to grab a few of those if I can out of wrecks, maybe from the front seats, and put them on the back. They've got a really cool interior, these cars, like a Recaro kind of looking seat. Need to get a center console lid. Most of the cars you see in the wreckers just have those missing, so Anyway, it's just part of the restoration process. Very cool. Very cool. Loving it. I'll tell you one thing, since I had that load taken out of the boot, the ride's really nice. It's not harsh, it's very compliant, not too spongy, but really comfortable. Seats are comfortable. Steering's really direct and sharp, which I'm surprised actually for an EB. I don't know whether the Ghia had a sort of level of tune in terms of suspension. I would have thought more for comfort, luxury, but yeah, really cool. I like it. Just needs, needs a good clean and just needs tidying up, but we'll get there. And I'm really glad I got the car, and yeah, I love it. Goes very nicely indeed. But the car's going really well, as I say, touch wood, and yeah, just thought I'd give you another quick update on another one of my little projects, the EB2 V8 Fairmont Ghia. So thanks very much for watching. Please give a thumbs up, a like, and hit that subscribe button in the bottom of the screen so you can follow other episodes as I make them. And sounds good. All right, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.